network to access recordings and registration links. Time, by the way, to register for Friday's session with the extremely popular Matthew Ferreira, so don't miss out there. And for today's webinar, please use the chat feature during the webinar to share any comments or observations. That chat button or the icon is located in the bottom middle of your screen or dot menu of the bottom right device. If you have a Nikki, and I understand there's going to be a lot, please specifically add your question to the Q&A area via the Q&A icon, and that's immediately next to the chat icon. The Q&A will be our only source for your questions for Nikki. Ensure your chat is set to all attendees. I make this mistake all the time. If somebody asks me a question, I reply and then it reads. So you just want to make sure it says all attendees so everyone can see your comments. So let's try that now so we can show Nikki our pride and where we're from. Say who you are and where you are from in this great big country of ours. Are we seeing Port Perry, Aurora, so that's Ontario, Calgary, Alberta, downtown Toronto, Campbell River. So as you can see, Nikki, we're here from all over Canada, which is super exciting. And it's now my, sorry, I wanted to say welcome, of course, welcome to all of you, wherever you happen to be physically distancing from. It's now my pleasure to introduce you to today's speaker, Nikki Ballou. Nikki is a #1 international best-selling author specializing in helping entrepreneurs work less and get paid more. How does that sound? He has worked with Olympians, world record holders, billionaires, and entrepreneurs at the very top of their profession, adding 6 and 7 figures to their income. Nikki is also the host of the top 10 iTunes business podcast, The Thought Leader Revolution. And we have him here today all to ourselves in this session, creating order out of chaos, helping the Royal LePage family thrive in the age of coronavirus. And that's exactly what we all want to do. So a big welcome to you, Nikki. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Kelly, it's an honor to be here. Thank you for having me. God bless you. God bless the entire Royal LePage family. So it's a pleasure to be here with you folks. Kelly, I don't know if I'd shared this with you, but I've had the privilege of being a speaker at your Chairman's Club back in 2014. I've also spoken at your national conference before, and I've done a few of these webinars in years past. So I like to think of myself as an honorary member of the Royal LePage family. So my mom is an agent for Royal LePage, and I'm really good friends with the Finney team, Kimberly Finney and Michael Finney. They're just wonderful people. So it's a real privilege to be here with you today. Guys, the title of this talk really is Creating Order Out of Chaos, How to Thrive in the Age of the Pandemic and the Coronavirus. And one of the things that is really clear is that our world's changed a little bit, and we're not quite sure exactly how it's all going to play out in the future. You know, there's a lot of different opinions on how all that would be, but one of the things that's really, really clear is that there's a lot of folks who've felt some fear, some anxiety, and have had some concerns about what this all means. And some folks have had some fear about, is the market gonna rebound again, that sort of thing. And what I've done in delivering this training for a number of other real estate organizations, actually including the Finney team, is I've opened it up to ask you, for a few of you as participants, to really just share with us what some of the concerns and anxieties that you have right now are. And the reason we do this is because, frankly, we want other people to hear them and to basically see that they're not alone. And also then we want to be able to disappear these and then create a powerful, beautiful new perspective to take out into the world and into the marketplace to allow you to really thrive. So keeping that in mind, I'd like to ask if there's any one of you as an attendee who'd like to go first and share with us what are some of the things that are on your mind, some concerns, some anxieties, some nervousness. Ellie, is it going to be all through the chat, or is it possible to have any of these folks even actually speak with all of us for a moment or two?
I'm going to throw that question to Bibi, our resident technologist here, helping us to manage that. But I think we might have to use the chat because when we get to a certain number of participants, it's hard for everybody to share their video and manage
It can just be the audio if it's possible. Sure, it can just be the audio if that's okay, but it'd be great just to hear people's voices so they can connect to that at a personal level, if possible.
It would be great, Nikki, but unfortunately we don't have that capability because we're on a webinar setting rather than a meeting, just to allow us to have more people on the webinar. But there's a couple of questions, and I think that you have access to them. There's a question about managing debt. People are concerned about getting the coronavirus and passing it on to their family and loved ones and even clients. So do you want to start from there?
Okay. You know what I'm going to do then is ask you as an attendee, if you don't mind. I see that Mike Mattina went first. Thank you, Mike, for going first. By the way, for going first, Mike, I'm going to offer you a prize, a signed copy of one of my books. If you get your address to Bibi and she gets it to me, I'll make sure my team sends you out a signed copy of one of my books. Thank you for going first. I believe in rewarding the brave. So Mike, managing your debt, I think that's a really important and powerful one. Great. Hey, no problem, my friend. Absolutely. So listen, who'd like to go next? And please, the more detail you can put in your concern, the better, because I really want to give it some proper airing. Okay. Whoa. All right. Gabriella.
Nikki, do you also have access to the Q&A? Can you see the questions in the Q&A?
I can see the chat. I can totally see the chat.
We've got some in the Q&A as well, so I'm happy to help you answer, give you those as well.
Wonderful. We'll get to the questions near the end. Right now, I just want to hear from people what their concerns are, okay? So Gabriella Jonas said, okay, I have many buyers calling me to buy, but there's nothing on the market. Also sellers who are afraid to list because they may not find anything to buy. Of course, all this, everything, if we will start to work. Okay, yeah, that's a real concern. I totally get that. Wonderful, thank you. All right, Jillian, okay, great. As a member of our office management team, opening the office at the wrong time and putting people at risk, as a mom keeping my kids safe at home, especially as one of my children is immunocompromised, I find myself questioning all my decisions now at home and at work when I'm usually quite confident. Jillian, I totally get that. I have a 12-year-old son. He was born with too narrow a windpipe. He's been in sick kids hospital many a time, couple times, you know, touch and go. So I totally understand that. Thank you for sharing that. God bless your heart. Hugh Barn, concerned about all the technology that's needed to prosper in the virtual world. Yeah, I can get that. Hugh, I'm from that generation as well. I'm over 50, so I can totally get that. Okay. Jolene Mosca, same concern as Hugh. All the technology that's needed. Yeah, I totally can get that. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. Teresa Eaton, communication in an era where we're trying to continue to generate business, but be sensitive to people dying is a challenge without seeming like an opportunist. Yeah, I can totally get that. Absolutely. You want to come across as someone who's caring and not somebody who's just ready to take advantage of people in their hour of need. I totally can see that. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that, Teresa. Chris Hard, I'm concerned about getting COVID-19 myself, being in a high-risk category and passing it along to someone else, especially my clients. Totally, Chris. And listen, God bless you, and I'm praying for you, man, so that you are safe. Absolutely, 100%. I can totally get that. Kathy Whitewood, I feel like I'll be starting over in my career, having to self-isolate 100% of this time. I'm trying to figure out the roadmap. Totally, Kathy, right? It's totally unclear on how things are gonna shake out, and trying to figure it out. Definitely, that's a real concern. That can be stressful. Pat Ward, I wonder what our new normal will look like. Absolutely. Absolutely. I wonder what our new normal will look like too. Okay, so Joanne Miller, You're concerned about the lack of or decreased income in the near future. Absolutely. Joanne, thank you for sharing that. If anyone else, so if any of these that I've been reading, excuse me, are concerns you have as well, please feel free to type in the chat. Yes, I also have a concern about lack of or decreased income. I also am concerned I might get COVID-19. I also don't feel confident. I've got people in my family that I'm concerned about. Please write all those out. Okay, Angela Lamb, I'm like you, concerned all the new ways of doing things and how to keep up with the technology. Absolutely 100%, totally get that. Barbara Frew, I hope I pronounced your last name properly, Barbara. I'm worried that my office sales reps are getting really down in the dumps with the unknown future. We've tried to stay connected with them through meetings, but I'm feeling their negativity. Yeah, I totally get that. I totally get that. You're worried about your team. Absolutely. Okay, so Dina Zlatar, the balance with being safe versus dollars, individual choice, it's challenging. Yeah, Dina, totally. I mean, on the one hand, you want to make sure you're safe and you want to make sure you're making good, solid decisions for yourself, your loved ones, your clients, and yet you need to make a living too, because that in itself has its own risk. Absolutely. Okay. Concerned with all of the above. That's Billy Simpson. Well said, Billy. Totally. Sarah, I'm sorry, your name's cut off, your last name. It's B-R-O-P is all that I see, Sarah. As a broker owner, I'm worried for the newer, less seasoned agents. God bless your heart. That's a true sign of a heart leader. Well done. Jasbir Parmar, concerned about technology as well. Yep, totally 100%. Brad Watson, future income, we get paid 60 to 90 days. Worried about family and income. Oh, totally, Brad. I totally can get that, 100%. And Kari Searle, safety is top of my mind. I work in a predominantly retirement area, worried about infecting others. Oh, I totally can see that, Kari. Totally got that. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, but only the panelists can see. You can otherwise go and see what other people are saying. Got it. Questions are not in my Q&A section. Okay, great. Moira McIntyre, I'm wondering about how to proceed with a marketing campaign that wouldn't be perceived as opportunities. I'm very sensitive to the gravity of this new normal. Totally got that, Moira. Totally got that. Cindy Fairs, I'm a brand new licensee. How can I grow my business during a pandemic which could last 2 years? I feel lost. Yeah. Cindy, thank you for having the courage to share that. Is there anyone else who feels lost, who's relatively new? Okay, great. And Ann O'Neill, concerned about risk exposure and potential liability with an insurance claim cap at $50,000 for COVID-related matters. Yeah, that totally makes sense. And thank you. Dan, I think it's Geis. I hope I didn't mispronounce that, Dan. Without exact dates being offered by the authorities, wondering when we can reasonably start to push business without looking like we are not compassionate and just greedy. Yep, that's definitely a real thing, Dan. Thank you for sharing that. Mina Falardo, I just went full-time to being an agent in January and then 6 weeks later. Yeah, I totally got it, Mina. Totally got that. Linda Fong, yes, I'm also concerned about many things like technology, balancing debt, trying to figure out which is the best social media technology, et cetera, to use. Great question, and that's, powerful way to frame asking questions about what's best to do. Well done. Again, Minette, I don't see your last name. I only see the first 2 letters of it, Minette P.O. As a new realtor, how are other new agents staying relevant, generating leads, growing those connections? In general, a lot of new agents don't last over 3 to 5 years. For someone new to the business, how do you suggest surviving this pandemic and not letting it cripple a newly developing business 7 months in? Thank you for sharing that, Minette. Great question. Absolutely. Him Sadana, how to make sure that we're not putting anyone at risk. Shelly, again, your last name isn't fully clear. Shelly MC. I'm also new, had a great year last year, and now I feel lost too. Totally got that. And Catherine Budden, concerned about the overall community outlook on in a retirement community in cottage country. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, Lewis, I feel I need to hear more about how we remain optimistic, keep the motivation. We're going to get there, Lewis. Don't worry. I will not let you down. I promise you, okay? Kevin De Silva, yes, I got licensed the same week as the pandemic got declared. I totally got that, Kevin. Yeah, I can totally see how that would be something that would be a huge concern. 100%. Okay, so guys, please, no more messages about this. I'm going to read the rest. There's about 25 more left messages. So let me just get through those, and then we're going to have a conversation about how to shift out of this and shift into the positive. So Paul, again, I don't see your full last name, Busne. Dealing with tenanted properties are challenging, especially since it's not the tenant's choice to invite prospective buyers into their home. We work to get results for our sellers, but we also need to help protect the tenants. Your thoughts? No, that's definitely a real thing, 100%. Mary Axiotis, not new, but still worry about growing business. How when no contact is permitted through face-to-face, email, or unsolicited phone calls. Totally got that. Bob Bahrainian. Hey, Bob, how are you doing? Your name sounds like it's Armenian or possibly Persian. I'm Persian myself. I've always worked from the office. It was not easy to get set up to work from home. Now I got it, and it's so easy to work from home. Hey, that's a powerful way to look at it. Good stuff, Bob. Ann O'Neill, wasn't set up fully at home pre-COVID, so need to use scanners and color copiers at my office, but can't access them from my new listing. Yep, that's a problem. Totally get it. Anastasia Lagioni, I'm ready for the pep talk. All right, awesome. Good on you, Anastasia. Dirk Woodstra, saving on gas, losing on income. So first of all, I want to thank you for sharing your hearts with me and for being very real about some of the things that are top of mind, okay? So thank you for doing that. Thank you for sharing it with everybody. And if you haven't shared, I hope in hearing me read what some of your fellow Royal LePage family members are sharing with you has resonated for you as some of the concerns you've had. So you see that you're not alone in that you are feeling things that other people are feeling too. And it's totally okay to feel these. It's totally okay to be concerned. 100%. And here's what I want to tell you as well. Guys, COVID's a real thing. There's people who are getting sick from this. There's people who are dying from this. There is no question it's a real thing. And the economy, being on lockdown is a real thing. That's happened. There is no question that that's happened. And there is no question that we need to deal with the fact that that's happened. 100%. But I also want to say something else to you. You lost a sister to this, Dave. I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. Back in February, the end of February, my father passed away. I don't know that he passed to COVID, but it's possible that he may have had it because his breathing was affected. He had a whole bunch of underlying conditions and he was 81 years old. So yeah, sorry for your loss, Dave. I'm going to say a prayer for you and a prayer for your sister. What's your sister's name? Please put it in the chat. Yeah. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Look at all these wonderful Royal LePage family members giving you their condolences, Dave. I don't know if you can see that, but they're coming. Her name was Patty. God bless you and God bless Patty, Dave. Okay. So here's the thing, guys. We're in a time that in many ways is like our generation's version of World War II, right? So 80 years ago, a generation of Canadians had to deal with adversity. And the adversity they dealt with was a different one than ours. They went to war. But all Canadians at that time came together They faced an unspeakably evil enemy. They fought that enemy, and they transcended that enemy. And they were able to do that in large part because they kept the focus on something bigger than themselves. And here's what I want to tell you: as real as this is, as horrible as the consequences are for some, like Dave and his sister, it's also made a million times bigger if you just go and focus on the news from the media. And I want to say this to you guys: the media, right, is interested in passing on the news, but the media is also interested in getting eyeballs and growing their business, right? The best thing you can do is to limit your media intake. Yesterday on my podcast, actually Monday, I interviewed Dr. Joe Vitale from the movie The Secret. And here's what he told me. He said, Nikki, go on a news media diet. Look, if you need to be informed, that's a wonderful thing. Be informed, but don't spend hours and hours and hours just taking in all this negativity, because that negativity that's coming at you from the media, and it's 95% negative, is going to weigh you down, is going to make you feel worse. It's going to bring down your energy vibration. It's going to make it tougher for you. And listen, if that's something that you've been experiencing, that you've been paying attention to the media for more than, 10, 15 minutes a day to get the news you need to take care of yourself, your family, and your clients, please type that in the chat, right? Yeah. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to just really take a look at that, right? Be informed, 100%. Be informed, but don't let this be the thing that dominates your attention day in and day out. Because I'm telling you, it's not your friend. It's not what's going to allow you to be powerful, to serve your family, to serve your fellow team members, to serve your clients, to serve the prospective clients that are out there. And yes, there are a ton of mixed messages. Mary said that, 100%, right? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to just make a commitment to yourself, to the beautiful, powerful self within you, to your family, that you're going to limit your media consumption, right? Just make that commitment to yourself. If you're on board with that, please type in the chat, I'm on board with that. I'm game. I don't need to be listening to the media 24/7. I'm going to limit my intake of media. And what I want to do is I want to be my most powerful person, right? Be informed, but limit your consumption. Thank you, Kelly, for saying that. God bless your heart. I'm in. Okay. Whoa, look at all the I'm ins that are coming in. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, good. 100%. Let's replace all that media with positive consumption, guys. Guys, Joe Vitale said to me on Monday when I interviewed him, the reason why he says this is the COVID blessing is because usually he's traveling all over the world to do all these presentations and events, and now he can't. He has to do it all from home. So he's got a lot more time on his hands. Let me ask you this question. Would you agree you've got a bit more time on your hands? 2 hours, Catherine, 2 hours a day of media. That may be a little bit too much. Just consider that, okay? I'm living my best life. God bless your heart, Mary. So delete the news app from the phone. Deleted the news app from the phone. Good for you. Lots of time, no driving, 100%. So guys, here's what I want you to think about. What's that project that you've been wanting to do and you've been telling yourself, I'm going to get around to it when I have time? So guys, guess what? You have time now. You have time to take on that project. So I want to hear, wonderful, Dorothea. I want to hear from a few of you, what's that project? Maybe it's a home project. Maybe it's a work project. Maybe you've always been thinking about writing a book. Maybe you've been thinking about cleaning out your garage. Maybe you're thinking about remodeling, a part of your house or redecorating it. Maybe you've been thinking about creating a new garden. Maybe you've been thinking about you're going to organize your contact list for communicating with your clients, all the beautiful prospects that you want to serve. What is it that you haven't? Do your vision board. Okay, if you've done a project, great. I'm looking for the project you haven't done yet here. So let's not just go, okay, I've already done it, and then let yourself off the hook. I want you to take this on. This is going to give you energy. It's going to give you juice. It's going to give you love. Who's got projects that they want to take on right now? Beautiful. A more organized vegetable. Create a library of videos for my clients. Dave, well done. Okay, best veggie garden, nutrition, me, lose weight. Okay, cleaning up emails and CRM, building a new deck and a fence. I love it. Okay, so that's number one. Back to painting rocks. I love it. God, good for you. Keep chatting away. Beautiful. Building your marketing materials, improve your golf game, build a show. How are you going to improve your golf game? The golf courses are closed. But okay, brand new website and get it to the top. Love it, Sarah. Love it. Okay, so guys, you see that there's so many things you can do. So here's what I want you to do, okay? I want you to find somebody in your office, on your team, and partner up with that person. And if you're in to get a buddy, say, I'm in to get a buddy. And I want you to go to that person, and I want you to like be accountability partners and say, okay, I'm going to take on a project. And there's two projects I want you to take on. One, a personal project, one, a work project. So the personal project could be lose weight, vegetable garden, paint rocks, build a new fence, build a new deck. Oh, golf courses are open in BC. Okay, I didn't know. Well, Ontario, they're closed. So I'm in Ontario. I apologize for not knowing that. All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So make sure that you take that on, and on a daily basis, send a quick text message to your buddy from your team to go, hey, I'm doing this, this, and this today on the home project. I'm doing that, that, and that today on the work project. So the home project could be today, I'm going to spend a half an hour cleaning out my garage. The work project is, hey, I'm going to make 5 calls and have 5 conversations with beautiful people in my life, former clients, friends. It doesn't matter if it's necessarily about doing business right now, but it does matter that you call somebody and you connect with them. Because I want to tell you something, guys. There are people out there right now in your life that need your best self. They need your heroic self. They're hurting. They don't have a family like the Royal LePage family doing things like this, keeping everybody connected to one another. Some of them feel awful. And I'll tell you that one of my mentors had one of his employees take their own life during this time. That wasn't about the COVID, but the isolation from it, I'm sure didn't help, right? And I'm telling you, there's people in your life that haven't heard from you. There's people in your life who haven't felt your caring, your heart, your love, that if you called them right now, that could be the difference between this person feeling great, being great, and not feeling great, and not being great. That could be the difference between this person being inspired to make their life better and not being inspired. You could literally save somebody's life. Now, I want to know this. Are you willing to commit to call at least 5 people right away that haven't heard from you in a long time? And hey, maybe there are some old clients, maybe there's some old friends. Whatever it is, you giving your heart, your love, your caring to these people, good. I'm glad you're already doing this. So who is willing to do this? Who are 5 people you haven't called? So guys, it's great if you're doing the things I'm saying. Look for where you haven't done it. Look for where you can step up your game, because that's what's going to give you extra power, right? You've got me going. Judy Ross, God bless your heart. Good. Start with 5 today. Awesome. Who else? Please type in the chat, say, I'm in. I'm going to do it. I'm going to call 5. Who hasn't heard from you for a while? Who hasn't heard from you? Awesome, Dorothea. Awesome. I'm in. Billy Simpson, Jolene, awesome. Gary, okay, Tasha, good. I'm already calling, but not consistent. Need to keep on track. Okay, Hugh, you need an accountability buddy. Agreed, buddy? If you say agreed, I need an accountability buddy, please type that in the chat, Hugh. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, good. Make sure that you do this. These people need to hear from you. Let me tell you something. You guys are with one of the most incredible companies in the world. Royal LePage is a heart-driven company before that name became popular. Royal LePage has always been about giving back to community. Royal LePage has always been about uplifting people. Royal LePage is a place where realtors are uplifted, where brokers are uplifted, where owners are uplifted, where clients are uplifted, where people who've never done business with you and may never do business with you, they're uplifted, because that's the kind of company Royal LePage is. Royal LePage is full of caring people, caring human beings, all the way from Phil to Christine, to Kelly, to BB, to realtors like Kimberly and Loretta Finney, okay? Like Sean Ziegelstein. I'm telling you, I love Royal LePage. That's why I'm here on this training with you guys. So you are a representative of Royal LePage when you call people and you connect with people, and make sure that you speak to them and you uplift them, and just say to them, hey, I've been thinking about you, haven't talked to you in a while. I want you to know, I want to know how you are. I want to know how you're doing. I want you to know I care about you. I'm here for you. I love you. I got your back. And I will not let you down. Okay? So if you want to write this all down, and some of you want to even type this in the chat, these are the 5 things you can say to everyone you talk to. I care about you. I'm here for you. I love you. I got your back, and I will not let you down. I want you to know, as an attendee listening to this, I care about you. I'm here for you. I love you. I got your back, and I will not let you down. And I'm here to say this to any one of you. I'm very easy to find on social media. You feel down, you need to connect with somebody, reach out to me. I'm going to hand out my cell phone and my email. Call me, text me, email me. 416-629-7481. Nikki, N-I-C-K-Y, at ecircle.ca. Simple email to remember. Reach out to me. And do this for the people in your world and in your life. Okay? So here is the other thing that I want you to get. Guys, as much as this is an extraordinary, unprecedented time, there are still people today who need your help professionally. Agreed or agreed? There are still people today who need to buy and who need to sell and who need to make investments. Is there anyone here who disagrees with that assertion? Good. That's fantastic. So here's what I want you to get. Yeah, BB put my phone number down for him too. 416-629-7481. Let them all have it. All right. So here's the thing you need to know. It's important to be sensitive to what's going on today. You don't want to be an opportunist. But if you're coming from your heart, if you're coming from your love, if you're coming from your caring, and you know there's people now who need to buy, who need to sell, who need to make investments, then it's important for you to have conversations with people and find out who is in that boat respectfully. But hey, if you don't do it, someone who needs your help won't get your help. And why did you get into this business? I know because of the company you're with, you didn't get into this business because you had commission breath. You didn't get into this business just because you wanted to make a sale. You got into this business because you care about people. You want people to be able to make the most important decision in their life, the biggest financial decision in their life, to buy and sell a home in a respectful way, in a way that leaves them feeling loved and cared for and lets their dreams come true. Now, let me tell you something. Do you agree with what I just said? That's why you got into this business. If you agree with what I just said, please type in the chat, say, yes, Nikki, I got into this business to help people, to care about people, to love people. And I will not let them down in this time. I will not let people who need to buy and sell in this time down. I am not somebody who is an opportunist. I am not somebody who's there just to take advantage of people. I'm here to care about people. I'm here to love people. I'm here to share my love in my heart. And there's people who need my help. And it is my duty to find out who needs my help. Agreed? Agreed? Beautiful. So if you're willing to have your eye on who you can help today, who you can make a difference for today, whose pain you're going to relieve by being you. I don't have commission breath, Gary Bourne. God bless you. That's good. You like that phrase, Gary, commission breath? It's not original to me. One of my friends told me, but it's a good one. All right. So, yeah, it's a good one. I know. So, here's what I want you to do. I want you to commit that you are, on a daily basis, going to have an intention that there's going to be somebody that you're going to get in touch with on a daily basis who needs your help, and you're going to help them. It is the best company to work with. God bless your heart, Judy Ross. God bless your heart. 44 years. You started when you were 5, right? Awesome. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to write this down right now. I am a powerful realtor. I'm an honorable realtor. I do what I do because I want people to get the best service, to get somebody caring to help them in one of the most stressful situations in their lives, buying and selling a home. And I am here for them now, especially in this time. I'm here for them. Now, especially in this time, I'm here for them. So if you're ready to make one of your daily goals to be that I'm going to find out who needs my help, I'm going to make calls to former clients, I'm going to call people respectfully in a caring way to check in, and I'm going to find out who needs to do this. I'm not going to be somebody who is going to take advantage of people, but nor am I going to refuse to find out who needs help, because what I do helps people. What I do is an act of deep love and deep caring, and I'm here to do it. And hey, it's my business, right? Right. Awesome, 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 awesome. Beautiful. Okay. So if what we've been talking about, awesome, Dirk, so far has been touching you, if you've been uplifted, if your energy has gone up as a result of this talk so far, please type in the chat and let me know that, because that's going to give me energy. Okay, good. So let's talk about what you can do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's talk about what you can do on a daily basis, to uplift your heart, uplift your soul, and allow you to get results. Who's up for getting some powerful results on a daily basis? Personal results, business results, serving. Oh, you're so welcome. God bless you. God bless you. Okay, good, 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 good. Wow, awesome. Good, good to hear. So guys, I'm going to teach you an incredibly powerful technology called CPR. And no, it's not the medical CPR. It stands for context, purpose, and results. This is a technology that I use on a daily basis to help me stay focused, to help me get results, to help me make a difference, the difference I was born to make. So let me tell you what each of those words stands for. C stands for context. P stands for purpose, and R stands for results. Okay? So, number one, we're going to look at results. Every day, you want to get anywhere from 2 to 5 results. So, no less than 2 and a maximum of 5 that you're going to go for on a daily basis. So, the reason we say no more than 5 is because, you know what? You want to make sure you actually achieve the results, and you don't just write a bunch of stuff down that never gets done, right? So 2 to 5. So one of these results I strongly encourage be a business result, and the other result I strongly encourage be a personal result. But if you want more than one business result, more than one personal result, have at it. Go for it. So a business result could be, I'm going to have 5 conversations today. You could put that down at the beginning of the day. Let's say if you're up, ready to roll at 7:30 in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, thank you. So we're going to have 5 conversations. Second result could be, I'm going to have one person who needs to buy or sell that I'm going to serve. I'm going to have one person agree to work with me, and I'm going to help them buy or sell. So that could be that result could be that your result as well. Another result could be, I'm going to do a 30-minute to 1 hour workout. Another result could be, I'm going to eat according to a clean eating plan. And I'm not going to go on the COVID diet of eating whatever's put in front of me. Okay. Another result could be, I'm going to spend an hour listening to a great podcast. And guys, by the way, if you guys have never heard of my podcast, if you like my energy now, this is the kind of energy I bring to the podcast. I interview some of the top thought leaders in the world. Just before this call, I was interviewing Mark Victor Hansen, the creator of Chicken Soup for the Soul. In fact, I'm going to interview him again after this call. And I set the time aside for this call because he wanted to have a second part of the interview at this time. But I said, no, I got you guys. So I've interviewed him. I've interviewed Jack Canfield. I've interviewed John Maxwell. I've interviewed Dr. Ken Blanchard, Marie Forleo, who's Oprah's coach. You guys want to subscribe to my podcast. It's called The Thought Leader Revolution. BB and Kelly, would you mind writing that out for everybody in the panel? And the website is thethoughtleaderrevolution.com. And it's also on iTunes and Stitcher. So if you guys have your cell phones right now, just do yourself a favor. If you've got iTunes or Stitcher as a podcast up on your phone, go in there right now and subscribe to it. Start listening to it right now. Thank you so much. God bless you, BB. Let's make sure that you get all of that out and do that. So that's number 1. Then I want you to read books. Guys, it's so important that you read books right now. Okay? So Zig Ziglar, Selling 101. That's the current book that I'm reading. I've written a couple books. You may want to go check these out. I'm going to be sending one out to the first person, Mike, who participated. This one's called The Thought Leader's Journey. This one's called Finish Line Thinking, How to Think and Win Like a Champion. They're both fantastic books. They're super, super positive. Okay? Another book that is on my list to read is David Marquette's book, Leadership is Language. Amazing, amazing book. I also read a lot of fiction books. I read a lot of detective novels and stories. Fiction's good for the soul. It soothes the soul. So what I want you to do, I want you to agree that you're going to subscribe to podcasts, including mine, and read books. They're very, very important. They're going to really, really help put you on the right path. The way that you're going to be positive, if you take the time, the same amount of time, and I want you to really be good. What books these are? Yes, absolutely. So I'll hold these up again for you guys. So maybe BB, you can write it down. The Thought Leader's Journey. This is my book, one of my books. Oh, Alessandra, God bless you. You already listened to my favorite podcast. Awesome. Well, and this other one's called Finish Line Thinking, How to Think and Win Like a Champion. While you go for a walk, an hour a day. Jennifer, that's a fantastic idea. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. There's a lot of great podcasts out there. I listen to London Real with Brian Rose. That's an incredible podcast. I listen to The Order of Man by a guy named Ryan Mickler. It's one focused on helping men be better fathers, better husbands, better providers. It's a great podcast as well. Another really good podcast is called Entrepreneur on Fire, or EO Fire, with John Lee Dumas. Amazing podcast. So those are super, super good. You know, awesome stuff. Guys, take the 2 Pete Vargas. This Rise Up to the Challenge. Yeah, Pete Vargas, he's fantastic. Fantastic. The other books are Leadership is Language by David Marquette. Thank you, Kelly. God bless you, Kelly. You're so good, eh? All right, so those are some really, really great books. Fiction books. Robert Parker, guys, is really great. He writes a lot of great detective stories, the Spencer series. Another book that I like that's fiction, another writer is Raymond Chandler, who wrote the old Philip Marlowe novels like The Big Sleep and Farewell, My Lovely, just fantastic. Dashiell Hammett, he's great. I also read a lot of Tom Clancy. Hey, this is another super great book. This is a guy whose work you should follow. David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, okay, you can view the books. Okay, guys, David Goggins has a great YouTube channel. This is a fantastic book. Highly, highly recommend David Goggins. He's about having the most powerful mind. He's the toughest human being on the planet. Incredible, incredible guy. That guy used to be 300 pounds. He lost 120 pounds in 3 months so he could join the Navy SEALs. He went through the Navy SEALs 3 times before he finally made it through. So he went through Hell Week 3 times. One time he did it on legs with tons of stress fractures. So it's incredible, incredible dude. Yeah, he's awesome. So those are some great books. Okay, so take the time you were spending on the media, the minimum 2 hours, and focus on learning. Focus on podcasts, focus on reading, focus on positive conversations with people. Super important, super powerful. It's really going to make a huge difference for you. Okay, so that's the next thing. Take the time and read books. Have conversations with your fellow human being. Now, here's the other thing that's super, super important for you to do on a daily basis if you're not doing it. Move your body. Being stuck at home is no excuse to not exercise, okay? You can always do push-ups, you can do sit-ups, you can do air squats, you can go take a walk around the block. If you don't want to go outside, you can walk around your living room, but make sure you move your body on a daily basis. The endorphins that releases are going to keep you in a positive state of mind. Not exercising is one of the things that's going to lower your energy, lower your good feelings, lower the dopamine in your brain. You don't want that. Exercise, move your body up, drink lots of water. Super, super, super powerful stuff, right? Make sure that you do that. And then last but not least, you got to have a journal. I've got a daily journal here. This journal, this is where I write on a daily basis. And there's a few things I do every day in my journal. I take into account what I'm grateful for. So I write down 5 things I'm grateful for every single day, okay? So, and I also write down 5 victories that I'm going to achieve. That's part of like my daily results that I'm going to get. So let me read for you some of the things that I've been grateful for, okay? So number 1, I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my energy. Number 2, I'm grateful that I've got a business and finances that are still growing. Number 3, I'm grateful for this beautiful country. I'm originally from the Middle East, from Iran. My family came here in the early 80s when I was a boy. And there's a level of freedom here, a level of tolerance that isn't anywhere else. And boy, every single day, I thank God that I'm in Canada and that I'm a Canadian citizen. God bless Canada. So these are some of the things I write down every day. Okay, your 85-year-old mother-in-law won't go to bed at night until she has 10,000 steps. Okay, so no one has an excuse. If an 85-year-old mother-in-law can do that, you can definitely do that. Okay, the other thing I do is every day I write down 3 things I'm proud of. This is how I build my belief. 3 things I'm proud of having accomplished. Okay, so number 1 is I'm proud of all the books I've read. This year so far, I've read 47 books. It's a beautiful thing. Number 2 is I'm proud of how much I care about people and how much I love people. And number 3 is I'm proud of my ability to speak and inspire people. Okay, so write that down. Brag book, gratitude book, brag book. And then 3 times you've shown courage. So where have you shown courage? Maybe you showed courage when you asked for the listing from one of your clients. Maybe you've shown courage when you called somebody that you knew needed to hear from you that you hadn't spoken to in a while. Maybe you showed courage when you went out and you took care of your child in this time. You went out and did the grocery shopping and you had your family members stay home so that they could be safe. Okay, the book of blessings. Oh, God bless you, Bob Bahanian. You're awesome, man. So 3 times you've shown courage. Do this on a daily basis, guys. This is how you build the arsenal of positivity, the arsenal of victory. This is how you go and you become a possibilitarian. This is how you become the superhero. Inside all of us, there's a superhero and a supervillain. Let me tell you about the supervillain first. The supervillain is somebody who is negative and is always telling you can't do this, you shouldn't try, gives every reason in the book why you shouldn't be successful. You don't have time, you don't have money. There's COVID going on. Don't you know? This isn't the time. This isn't the time. And then there's the superhero within you. That's the one who wants to serve. That's the one that doesn't believe in excuses. That's the one that's resourceful. That's the one that says, if it's to be, it's up to me. That's the one that says, hey, life is beautiful and glorious, and I'm so grateful to be alive. And I have an opportunity to share my heart, share my love, share my soul, share my caring with every human being that comes across my path. Ask this beautiful question. I wonder who's the lucky person that gets to meet me today, not from a place of ego, but from a place of love, from a place of that person's life is going to be uplifted. That, my friend, that is what you deserve to have. That's the person you deserve to be, the best version of you. Every single day, you can thank God for being alive, for being healthy, for having the opportunity to make a difference. And this isn't to minimize the adversity that you've gone through. This isn't to minimize the pain that you've gone through. This isn't to minimize real things that happen to people like Dave, whose sister passed away. This isn't to minimize the real fears that certain parents have. But this is to tell you, you are bigger than these things. You can transcend these things. You can go to the next level. You can make your life the greatest version that it's ever been. This can be your finest year. Winston Churchill said back in 1940, when Britain was going through the Battle of Britain, he said about the British airmen that were fighting against the Nazi airplanes, if the British Empire and its Commonwealth were to last 1,000 years, men would still say this was their finest hour, because those brave British boys did 80 years ago the impossible. They shot down 4 German planes for every British plane that got shot down. That was the impossible. They won the Battle of Britain. They kept freedom alive with their courage and their heroism. And I'm telling you, today, you are the British boys and girls, except your Canadian boys and girls. You are the ones who are being called to step up, to make a difference, to care for people, to show that you can step out of yourself and give a good gosh darn about another human being. And I'll tell you something else. If Canada and freedom were to last 10,000 years, and long may it last, men and women in 10,000 years would still say that in the COVID pandemic of 2020, my granddaddy, my grandma, that was their finest hour. They stepped up big, they stepped up strong, they uplifted those around them, they cared about the people in their life, they moved forward, they didn't let excuses stop them. And as a result, Canada survived, freedom survived, and this greatest single country on the face of the earth showed itself and showed the rest of the world what kind of people we are and how much we care and how we are going to make sure we come back, bounce back, bigger, stronger, more powerful than ever. And that, my friends, is the end of the talk portion of what I do. God bless your heart. I'll be happy to take any additional questions at this time. Yeah, you bet, Billy. My pleasure. My pleasure. All right. Eric Larson. Okay. Yeah, I love it. Thank you. God bless you. My pleasure. My pleasure. It's my pleasure. I hope to have the opportunity to do this type of talk for you again, maybe on a webinar. And hopefully when we get to do all this live, I'll get to come do it for you live. Hello, Kelly.
Hello, I'm back. You really certainly inspired a lot of people today, and there's a lot of positivity radiating in this chat. So something everybody needs right now. We're so thankful for you, for your time today, Nikki.
Kelly, it's an absolute honor. Love to do a debrief with you at some point, and hopefully maybe we can get to chat with Christine at some point as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you for all the positive comments, guys. Would you like me to come back and do other stuff for you in the future? Let these folks know so they can bring me back. And it would be an honor to do it. Love to do it again on these webinars. And when we get to speak live, I'm game. If Royal LePage will have me, I'll come back and speak to you live. Great.
Thanks so much. Jennifer needs an accountability partner, by the way, if anybody happened to see that in the chat. Jennifer Romaine. If you know Jennifer, reach out to her. She wants an accountability partner. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for your time and inspiration today, Nikki. Thank you to all our Royal LePagers across the country for joining us. Stay strong and stay safe.
God bless
Bye-bye.
you guys. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.